Yo. Hey. Hey. Whoa. Whoa, hey, how's it going? Hey, how we doing? Hi. Hello. Good evening. Today's gonna be a lot of fun. Hello, Josh. Hello, Greg. Hello, Daisy. It's so good to see you all. It is so good to see you all. So glad you can make it, Josh. And everyone else as well, of course. Hello, happy... I didn't forget. It's Friday. No, it's my... I knew it was Monday. Why did I say that? It's fine. Oh. This menu is really cool. Yeah, it is really cool. We didn't get to see this last time, I don't think. I'm sorry. I knew it was Monday. I was thinking, because I was planning on playing this on Saturday, right? I don't know, my brain was still in like week mode. It's fine. It's fine. I put up a schedule at like 2 a.m. last night, so you know my it's not yeah. Okay, it's fine. Well, it's it's Monday, or as I like to call it, Paranormasight Friday. Happy Friday, Monday. Hi. Let's go. Okay, well, if you're familiar with this game, I did get through the, you know, kind of the prologue portion where you just kind of guided along a little bit. I did get through to the you know, where the story chart opens. And if you want like a slight recap of what happened last time, well, I can give that to you in just a moment. I pulled it up. I pulled up the clip and everything. I literally clipped myself. This is going to be so funny. Oh, I just had it. Display capture. Yeah, this display. It's the only display I have. Yeah, anyway, so this is... I gotta turn on desktop audio so you can hear it. Surroundings now. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. You can pan around. Oh, that's cool. Look at this level of visual novelness. I love this level of visual novel. This is interactivity. I like this. Yeah, so I got jump scared by something that's not even supposed to be a jump scare, really. That's where we're at with this game, pretty much. But it's fine. We're gonna do fine. Everything's gonna be great. Everything's gonna be great. Maybe that was intended to be a little bit of a jump scare. I mean, let's be honest. But yeah. Anyway, if we're all settled in, ready to go. Is that a common one? Yeah, I think that was a little bit intentional. Now that I think about it. I mean, they know you're just starting to get used to the mechanics, and then they throw that at you, just to make sure you're on your toes, right? They got me so good. Sorry, I doubled the audio there. Gets most people. Okay, I feel a little better about it now that... Yeah, I didn't show it there, but I actually like my controller, like I dropped my controller on the ground and it actually rolled under my bed and I couldn't find it for a while. So that was a fun time. But no matter, we come back from this, and it looks like the only option we have here is just this one. Back when Yoko was still alive. And we do have a branching system, so it's very easy to visualize. It's just it's really in the way that they stage things. Like, you don't really like, there's so many like empty areas in the game, at least that I've seen, and then all of a sudden there's just somebody standing there. They do that a lot. This is where I'm at. Yep, we're basically getting right into the actual, well, not actual gameplay, but we're gonna resume from here. Whole compilations of people freaking out. I love that. Okay, dialogue tree. Okay, do we... Something's happening to Yoko. Lady in the Park. Oh, that one, yeah. That one for me was like, oh, of course, oh, of course, jump scare. Of course, I know your game now. It's fine. All right, so let's keep her talking. Wait, actually, you know what? I bet. Hang on. I bet I can. I bet I can skip a little bit of this. I bet I could skip a little bit of this. Oh, or not? I might not be sure how the story chart works actually. Okay, so resume. Resume means you can choose from a point. Okay, that makes sense. So if you remember, we turned our backs from Yoko, and then when we got back, she got got. So and we know that our curse works by people turning their backs on us. So yeah, something like that. We need to do something. You can jump to the last one. Okay, let's just do that. I don't wanna be like skipping through dialogue a lot. Oops. Let's just go ahead and resume from the last point. This might be just the point when she got spooked. Yeah, okay. Whoa. What the hell? It feels like the air just changed. Oh, she's spooked. Let's keep talking to her. Yoko, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Stay with me. Saying that you know now changes stuff. Oh, it's like a time hop type thing. That's always fun. I do like that. It's the morphogenetic. We're accessing the morphogenetic field. Oh my god. Why is she freaking out? Yoko! Yoko! It's no use. She's in no condition to talk. Keep yelling her name. That's new. Graphy, yes. We must surpass human limits. Huh? What? Is calling her name really going to help? I'm already yelling as hard as I can. Shouldn't I look for what's causing this? There's nothing there. Yoko, hang in there, Yoko. Look at me. You're going to be okay. Hello, good to see you. I hope you're having a good one. It's all right. There's nothing there. Yoko! Huh? Oh my gosh, the paths have diverged. It's happening. Okay, this game is peak. I love a good chart. Chart me. Just give me all the charts. Give me intersecting storylines. Give it to me. Just give it to me. Slurp, 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 slurp. Let me slurp that up. Part 3. Okay, we're in the park now. Or wait, what did that say? Oh, okay. Seems like she's calmed down a little bit. Us turning around killed her. Huh? Oh, good. You're awake. What? Hey, are you okay? You were so rattled and confused, I thought you'd really lost it. Yeah, it's so cool. You literally just like... it's the pacing just escalates so much that you're like, whoa. Okay, clearly we need to take it back a notch. Clearly we missed quite a bit here. clearly we're jumping in. Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are your humors off balance? Wait, what did you say? I think I've heard that before. You're the one. Oh, yeah, and there's a bunch of other characters we met, too. I have a feeling we're going to meet them again. I'm very interested in what's going on with the other ones. Including some of the... We did kill. We did kill a high schooler, but you know what? That's fine. We'll fix it. Everything's going to be fine. Not to be like, why isn't anyone playing this? People definitely have an R, but also Paranormal Sweep. Yeah, I don't know. I think people who worked on this are kind of like industry vets, like they made a new studio or something. So yeah, there's definitely some beef there, or not beef, but like not like beef is like in a bad way. There's definitely some meat on those bones, and Square Enix didn't promote it at all, even though it was published by them. Yeah, they just kind of dropped that thing. Too bad. They hate when people play their best games. Yeah, they're actually doing something interesting and innovative here that just nobody cares to promote it. I mean, it's just too bad. You're the one who said it earlier. Oh, right. That might have been it. My humors were off balance. What, back there? You ended up like that because of your humors? Yeah, I've heard that at this age, your humors being even a little bit off can be fatal. I'm glad you're back to normal now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble. But I really don't remember what happened. It's Twiwi 2 all over again. Yeah. Oh, poor Twiwi. I should play Twiwi one of these days. I'm trying to figure out the best orientation for this game because there's a lot of text. Sounds like that's what happened to me. Maybe this place is dangerous somehow. What? Are you backing out? Yeah, it just doesn't feel safe to me, and I'm worried about you. Let's call off today's investigation. Come on, I just started feeling back to normal, too. Nope, not happening. Go home. I'll even pay your cat fare, okay? I ended up having to force a still protesting Yoko into a taxi. Even then, she still wouldn't stop complaining. So, to placate her, I promised I'd search the park on my own for a little while longer. Honestly, good move. And now everything's great and we're gonna be friends. We're the friend bearer and this is everything's happy and good. Part 4. Okay. 5 a.m. Nothing good happens at 5 a.m. Oh, I bet. Are we gonna talk to Mr. Narrator again? No, I thought that was like their theme or whatever. Maybe I'm thinking in Ace Attorney terms too much. No. No. Before dawn today, a police officer on patrol. Yeah. No. The man was taken to the hospital, but his death was confirmed shortly after. Investigations are still underway, but police suspect a connection to the other unexplained deaths found in the area at around the same time. Oh, this sucks, man. We gotta get out. Oh, we get a title drop? Okay. This is where the game starts. Everything you saw before was just intro. Gosh, what a cool soundtrack, too. Higurashi type beat. Utena ass beat. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, a lot of that same vibe is in Umineko as well. Very sick. Zine. That's the name of the studio. Well done in your efforts thus far. This brings Shogo Okie's story to a close. Yeah, because he's dead. But this is not the end. Far from it. In fact, this is where the story finally begins. Oh yes, I bet Higurashi was definitely an influence here. I mean, just in the whole 80s urban, I mean, that's more rural, but, you know, there's still a little bit of that vibe. I mean, you know, it's 80s Japan, you know what I mean, right? It's that kind of thing. They call it zine because once you saw the game, you've seen it. Let's go! The roots of the 3 protagonists have now been unlocked. Oh, it's her. Harue Shigima, a woman who lost her son when he was kidnapped and murdered. Tetsuo Susumi, the chief inspector of the 1st Investigative Division, who is looking into the death of an officer in the line of duty. Ma'am, Oh, that's the high schooler we killed. Yako Sakazaki, a high school girl who wanted to bring her friend back from the dead. A girl who died in a suspicious suicide. Oh, it wasn't that. It definitely wasn't that. Each of them is burdened with circumstances that leave them no choice but to seek the right of resurrection. Yeah, I don't know how to tell you this, bestie. Following these 3 storylines will reveal the full nature of all that is occurring. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. Thank you. I'm horrified. Okay, so... I guess we can just choose any of these to start with. It looks like it's actually laid out in a timeline as well, so it's like these events are happening concurrently. Is there like a recommended order, or should I just YOLO it? I'm tempted to go like top to bottom, but also that one skips ahead a little bit. Any order really? Okay. I'm gonna go with Haruhi first, because I recognize this guy, and I don't want to play as the cop. That seems kind of boring to me. When the son of Haruhi Shikimo was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Haruhi has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. Is this how she finds out she's a curse bearer? The same way Shogo did? Ah! May those who mock perish in flame. Kill them! Kill them! The flame bearers! Kill them all! You've acquired the power of the curse stone, the haunting clappers. You can use to kill those with fire. Hey, by the way, you can kill people with fire. Good luck. Gaming. Yeah, we already talked about that. A resentful mirror. Red, red, red. Everything is dyed crimson. My home is burning to the ground. It's hot, so hot. I must... Oops. I don't remember where it was now. Oops. Here? My throat must be burned up from the smoke. No, I think I'm already on fire. That's right, I'll just use the clappers. Clack, clack. Is there anybody there? Clack, clack. Why is no one coming? I'm going to burn to death. How did it come to this? Oh, right. Her. It must be the work of that vixen who appeared suddenly and enchanted my lord. That witch. Those hauntingly cold eyes had my lord dancing in the palm of her hand. Perhaps I was also taken in by her. How many innocent people did I lure in under orders? This must be karma. The sound of a heavy bell. It feels like I think that's a typo. It feels like my head will split open. All right, the evening bell. That must be why nobody can hear the sound of my clappers. I've got to do it louder. Clack, clack. Oh my god. Literally unplayable. Canceling my pre-order. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick, black tar. Now. Kill! Can you hear it, curse bearer? Can we get a Keel Steve Harvey sound redeem? Yeah, we'll do that. I'll figure that out. For sure. You, who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. How are we speaking about 12 a.m.? Yep, that's me. I bet you're wondering how I got in this situation. Back with me, ma'am? Hi. Can't say I understand what just happened, but it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood. This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. Richter Kai, my Richter guy. He is such a Richter guy. I look at that guy and I'm like, yep, that's Richter. Sweet dreams. Housewife. What? Sorry. I mean, oh gosh. Okay. Her 11-year-old son Shuichi was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. The death was the result of a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case. A mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. The incident was covered up and Shuichi's killer remains at large, leading the aggrieved Harue to call on the services of a private investigator, Richter Kai, to uncover the truth. Oh, sweetie. Oh, honey. Yeah. This sucks. No. Not dreams. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. Gamer stance. A private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They said he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Ota City and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was the detective. But after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. Put a PS2 in his hands, yeah. Yeah, you gotta put a GBA SP with a link cable. He's getting ready to play some Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like the reliable sort. Okay. Richter Kai. The eccentric man that Shogo ran into at Honji Bridge. And he's a private investigator. Once a police officer, Richter was racked with guilt over the police's inability to help all those in need, and quit the force to start his own private investigation firm. However, his soft-hearted nature leads him to take on too many cases and has put his office in dire financial straits. How he's still in business is a mystery, with some whispering that a wealthy patron is keeping him afloat. Richter studied alongside Detective Jun Ario at the police academy. Oh, okay. They know each other. His biggest source of happiness is nuzzling his pet female albino parakeet, Ernestine, which he keeps in his office. He also enjoyed collecting mockingbird stickers, a popular line of merchandise featuring birds. We're always telling cop characters to quit their job and become a PI. Richter Kai simply did that. Like, it's really that easy. You can just quit. Files updated. Man, there's so much reading material. I'm not going to do all this material. But, okay, yeah, this is his agency. Many are retired police agents or detectives due to similarities between the work involved. Just walk out. Real winners quit. Including police academies. Okay, so let's think. My heart's still racing. This is it. My chance. At long last. Also, what's going on with this chair? It looks like wide. Maybe it's more like a love seat. It's an interesting layout. Okay, I guess this is just a house. Flower arrangement. I'm bringing someone to do it. I don't even know what the flowers are called. Old hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it. It's been hanging here since before I was born. Stereo. My husband insists on buying one, even though he isn't into one to listen to music often. Typical husband behavior. I'm kidding. No one can cut your pay for arbitrary reasons. True. You can negotiate your own pay rate. And you don't have to follow silly procedures. What's that? Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is? Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before... Well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down. Let me take a closer look. I knew it! It's Head Hencho from way back in set number 1. This is a real collector's item. Excuse me? Don't tell me you've never heard of the Mockingbirds. You've triggered his hyperfixation. The what? They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents. I've never heard of them, but this certainly seems to matter to you. The best part is, no one knows who made them. They just started showing up around town, and soon enough, they've won everybody's hearts. I want one. I would buy this sticker if they sold it as merch. The story goes that they're made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. To think one would turn up here of all places, this is a good sign. I'm sure of it. Oh, well, that's nice. Mockingbird #1 updated. Oh, you actually... Oh, that's actually... You had to do that for completion? That's funny. Approach the net. Okay, they actually have hints to where the other ones are. That's cool. Fax machine? It can send images to other places along the telephone network. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. I rarely find a use for it. Rotary phone. TV. Yeah, it feels like the decor is a little dated in here, even though I'm pretty sure this takes place in like the 80s, right? But this decor feels kind of almost 60s. Feels like not much has changed in here for a while. Anyway, let's talk to Gamer Boy over here. Let me bring you up to speed. Old house, yeah. We were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out. And the whole time you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Care to tell me what that was all about? Well, where to start? Hi, Arrow. Thanks, sorry, I had to get you on the LP by the YouTuber. Good night, Hazel. Playing Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom, actually. Thank you for watching, though. I appreciate it. The stereo is creeping me out for some reason. It's too big. It's like the biggest thing in the room. I don't know. You're good. You're good. Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I appreciate you watching, though. By the way, yeah, I'll just go ahead and not to draw attention away, but I do wanna mention that save the link for later, but I did in fact upload part 2 of Tears of the Kingdom. There's the link. You can go and click and give it a like if you want. That'll help me a lot. Thank you. Interesting. Very interesting. So the haunting clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere, told you how to perform the rite of resurrection, and gave you the curse you'll need to do it. A Hazel one-person brass band. I'm gonna get a horn and then I'm gonna honk it into the mic. Have I got that right? That's right. Breath of the Wild feels more like a beta for Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I mean the controls feel the same. The UI is almost identical. They didn't change any of that basically. It's like a little different. I can definitely see it. Wasn't it like they were gonna do an expansion to Breath of the Wild, and they eventually got so many ideas that it became its own game? I remember hearing that, but yeah, that might be also hearsay. So it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe, but I guess I have to now. I saw that curse stone appear in your hand myself. Looked like it popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work. I don't think you quite understand. Oh? He just accepts it. Yeah, that's his eccentric nature. He's just like curse stones. Yeah, baby. I like that. That adds some flavor to life. He's really go with the flow type of guy. Yeah, okay, there's supernatural. That exists. Turns out the 7 mysteries of Honjo are real. No big deal. Anyway. Oh? This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. I know it's real. Man, this look, her sprites are something else. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. It was already there in my head, as clear as day. You just knew, huh? It was etched onto my soul, along with the curse echo's resentful memories. So I can feel it, what it was like. Dying like they did hundreds of years ago. She's very normal, and she's just dealing very well. I can understand why she's not dealing very well, but it's like, wow. It was a very interesting sprite when you throw the lighter into the pot and she just like freaks out. That was like a that sprite was something else. Wreathed in flame, writhing in pain as my flesh blackens and my blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony, all the rage. It fills me with bloodlust. Even Richter's like, man, this lady is not doing well. This lady is not good. Other didn't restrict themselves to only giving the girlies pretty looking sprites. I agree. I think you should be able to look, you know, with like deep bags under your eyes and just looking like you are managing now, but you could lose it at any moment. I think I need to kill someone. Anyone will do, just as long as they're carrying fire. I see. That could be a problem. You think so? You think murder might be a problem? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity. The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me, anyway. Good grief. Talk about a spanner in the works. I say we take stock for a moment. Remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going. That might be a good idea. How about think? I think that's the same. Okay. Let's talk again. About the investigation. That's what you hired me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Shuichi Shigima. Oh, yes, I remember. They never did find the one who did it. That's what I'm here about today, in fact. Kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone, and I've come up with a grand total of 1 lead. Ooh, so you said. As far as the police concerned, it's a cold case, but I've managed to make some headway. I remember, you were just about to tell me. What's that? The Shigima happening. Okay. He was kidnapped on his way home from school with a ransom being demanded. It was thought of as a simple extortion scene, but it came to light that Shigima family was closely tied to the police, and Shuichi was in fact the grandson of a senior official. It was quickly assumed that the perpetrator was acting upon a grudge against the police force. The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the good name of the police, and a large-scale investigation was launched that used the best equipment available to trace phone calls. This made it all more embarrassing when they were unable to catch the culprit, losing the public's confidence based. I mean, not bad. You know what I mean? I love anything that makes the cops lose face. I don't love murder. That's what I want to be clear about that. Anyway, yeah. People lost confidence in the cops and the case went cold. Persons of interest. Okay, he does have a sprite though. Okay. No! Oh no, don't clip it. Oh no, anything but that. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what, why don't I tell you what I found, and then we can make a decision. All right. Okay. Talk to me. Oh, okay. Do I exhaust the other ones then? About the kidnapping? I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself. No, I'm very familiar. Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprit's calls back to, let's see here, Northern Oyoko River here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area. That's right. In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from. But it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive, since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's calls. Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute. Factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house, it's likely that he was abducted by car on his route home. Maybe, but... Exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. He never would have gotten into a car with a stranger. That's right. I was very firm about that. I know he understood, too. I even saw him warning the other children. It's possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue there is, there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping. You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. But nobody came forward to say they saw anything suspicious. So did they target him at some other time? Or somewhere away from his usual route? Both of those seem a little far-fetched. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it off? The police never managed to find an answer. In the end, they decided that the kidnapper must have just gotten lucky. Well, why not turn the problem on its head? You just gotta do some chessboard thinking. Come on, reverse your thinking. Is this... The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get into their car. But how? The only thing that makes sense to me is if they were somebody that he would have reason to trust. A teacher, perhaps, or a relative, or somebody else that he knew. But all of the adults Shuichi knew had alibis. The police checked them all thoroughly. They did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem like the cops. But what if it wasn't someone he knew? Or, rather, what if the culprit disguised themselves as a police officer? That would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. The Shigima family has close ties with the police, after all. He would have a reason to trust them. You might be right. But surely, that couldn't have... Well, there's a problem with that theory. You'd be surprised how much police officers stand out. That's sort of the point, after all. They're meant to be a visible deterrent against crime. Is there more here? Oh wow, side-facing Richter. I didn't know they had that sprite. But here's another interesting little bit of trivia I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, no one pictures women or children. Huh? Even kids who have been warned about stranger danger often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong. That's right. Wait, surely you can't mean... Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for directions, would he have gotten into a car? He might have. My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children. You can certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays, but if Shuichi believed it, then we might have something here. Then you think the culprit was a young woman? But it was a man's voice on the phone. She might have been an accomplice, or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case. Huh, okay. So the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? See what I said about people's biases. That goes for witnesses too. And I figured that maybe if I started asking new questions, I might get some new answers. Okay, I'm gonna move down a little bit. My big old hair, it just keeps happening, right? This is kind of cute. I'm kind of peeking. I like that. Okay. Oh gosh. You know what? Good enough. Peeking made a say. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school route, seeing if anyone had seen something. And one man thought he had. Do you mean he saw it happen? Well, I can't say that for sure yet. It turned out he wanted something from me, so he asked if we could talk in private. Oh. Several hours earlier. Alright, this should do. There's no one around. We can speak in confidence. Excuse me, what was your name again? Oh, hello. Jonochi. Got it. Well, Jonochi, I'm all ears. Just so we're on the same page. You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigima's kidnapping. Do I have that right? Bolo ties are always good. There's something very gender about them. I don't know. I don't know. There definitely is. Of course. What else do I look like? How should I know what a private detective looks like? Forget it. Look, I'll tell you straight. My life is in danger. I need your help. Huh? You'll excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who is trying to kill you? A student called Michio Shiraishi. Interesting. Schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty. It's nothing like that. That girl, she's a murderer. Can you ask me gay instead? Let me ask you straight as I strike a gay little pose. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigima. Come again? I saw her talk to him on the street and lead him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him, I'm sure of it. Or at least she's got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her get to me. If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see, if you can't explain that, then I don't have any reason to believe you. I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life? So you've been sitting on that all this time, and you think she's coming for you now that you spilled the beans? Yes, that's it, exactly. I'm begging you, don't let her get me. Picking so chestily in his college shirt. No, you're right. Speak your truth. Never apologize. Arrest her, I'm telling you, she's a demon. Well, you seem to believe what you're saying, but it just doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified? You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you? Oh, I'm sorry, but you're losing me here. This is a really good sprite. Look at his pouty lips. Look at his pouty face. It's true. Her house, it's... forget it. Why do I even bother? You seem dubious enough to believe me. I should have known you'd never understand. Yeah. Enough. I'll find someone else to help me. Hey. Okay, well that happened. It's good. It's very good. And that's about the long and short of it. I can hardly believe it. So this girl had her curse way before anyone else. That's possible. But then again, we do have that guy from the company, right? The company that Shogo worked for. And he seemed to know things, but unfortunately we can't ask him right now. Because we're Haraway right now and not Shogo. I can hardly believe it. At the time, I thought his mention of curses was just crazy talk. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. It was a joke, Arrow. I wish I was ghostwriting for Marvel. That's probably a pretty good gig. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. Then, if we could just find that girl. Curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name's Kohei Jonochi. He's a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida. A teacher? Then the schoolgirl is one of his students? I think that's very likely. That's crazy. Okay, is there more? At last, we've got a lead. Hopefully, it'll be the breakthrough we're looking for. Okay, what about the Rite of Resurrection? The Rite of Resurrection, huh? I'm always so fussy about these things. Okay. I read about that in an occult magazine the other day. Apparently some old book showed up recently with all the gory details. And they say that the rite can be found somewhere in Honjo. I remember the first time you told me about that. It felt like my prayers had been heard. Like I had hope, real hope for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I've wondered, what if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think that if I'd done something differently, Shuichi would still be alive. Can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that won't help any. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the rite. Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much he meant to you. But, and this is a big but, if this rite is the real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul. Is that a problem? That's raw. If it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you. Oh, that's a shame. A shame, huh? That's all? I thought if I'm going to be competing with other curse bearers, then your detective skills might come in useful. You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue with that? Oh man, she's like, this is the face she makes when she gets told that murder is bad. She's like pouting because she was told that you can't just murder people. What a girl boss, honestly. I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this. That's so, is it? Dear, oh dear. What have I gotten myself into? Damn, there goes my Saturday night plans. If it makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I was told I could get one murder as a treat. Yeah, somebody in my family was murdered. That means you get a free murder. That's how it works, right? I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers. I only need you to find them. I won't be party to murder, ma'am. Not even for a client. I'll pay you? That's a shame. Oh no. What would he say if I said I'll pay you? I kind of want to go with that. How much can I give you to change your mind? Sorry, ma'am, but not everyone has a price. I've got my policies and I stick to them. I see. I didn't realize you were so stubborn. Let me say, though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out. What do you have in mind? Well, How about stealing someone else's cursed stone after they filled it with soul dregs? If that was all you were after, then I could lend you my services guilt-free. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen curse stone will work, but we can worry about that later. Well then, I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a curse stone using my curse? Would you disapprove? That would void our contract, ma'am. Just warning you now. That is still murder, by the way. My. About my curse. Before we go any further, why don't you tell me more about that curse of yours? The haunting clappers, was it? That's one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, if I remember correctly. That's right. The original story did happen somewhere near here, I think. I'm sure I remember hearing that. In that case, my money would be on all the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. Our first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curse makes their bearers more willing to kill, so an attack could come from anywhere. That sounds sensible. Man, that sure is sensible, wow. And if I remember correctly, your haunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter on their person. Is that right? That's right. In olden times, wooden clappers were used to warn people of fire. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. Seems like a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table. You really think it's that good? The target can't do much to throw it off, and it has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters, too. Just slip one into your target's pocket. And say the condition were already fulfilled before they even knew you're there. They wouldn't even know what hit them. Maybe I won't have to actually use it. Oh yeah, now you're getting second thoughts about doing murder. I could just tell someone I could, and they'd have to do what I said. Threats could work, although without any proof, it'll come down to how convincing you can be. If only you could use the curse, then back out at the last second. At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it now. That's an interesting proposition. But maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig. Oh, I see. You're an odd one, ma'am, if you don't mind me saying. And I don't think it's just the curse. I love her. I'm obsessed with her. God forbid women do anything. I support women's wrongs. You flatterer. Oh, damn. She's even more... Richter's like, damn, she's even more messed up than I thought. What a woman. Yeah, I kind of love it. Fruity guy and gay guy and housewife. I don't know. Something about that just works. As for what we do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside of your normal routine. Okay. Right then. Have you decided what you want me working on? Help me with the right. Investigate the kidnapping. Okay, Bringing my son back is more important. I want you to help me with the rite of resurrection. Just going by vibes. Roger that, the rite it is. Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night. Anyone they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes. So it's settled then. I'll start looking into the other curse bearers by night. And once the city wakes up and I can start asking questions, I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. I'll even try and find Miss Shiraishi as part of the bargain. Thank you. That's more than enough. Now then. I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find anything new. You stay here and keep a lookout. All right. There's no telling what kinds of curses you might find out on the streets tonight. Don't go outside if you can help it. And try to be ready for anything. This is all happening in about one night. Yeah! This is all happening concurrently. I love it. Ah, if that's all, I should be going. Bye. Okay, that's that segment. Alright, so we finished that one. Let's just continue from there. Despite having obtained the curse of the haunting clappers, Harue is determined to use the right resurrection. She instructs her private investigator to find the other curse bearers. Alright. Let's just continue on then. Shigima Mansion reception room. Oh, that's like a reception room in a bigger mansion. That's pretty ritzy. It's been almost an hour since Richter left. He promised he'd call me if anything happened. But he hasn't. So all I can do is wait. And wait. Newspaper? What's this, a newspaper? It must have fallen off the chair. Let's read it. It's a newspaper. I only leave them in here for the guests. I hardly ever read them myself. I don't think I've taken the time to go over one in years, in fact. Well, it's not like I have anything better to do. Look at this. Okay. Looks like the city's biggest problem right now is pollution. I remember how the air and water used to be even more polluted. The river was covered in scum from all the sewage and industrial waste, and it stank so badly it'd make my eyes water. Eventually, people started getting sick, and it couldn't be ignored anymore. Fortunately, it's gotten better since then. Although the air around the industrial district is still filthy with gas and smog. Come to think of it, I never offered him any tea. Not that I ever learned how to make it. That's funny. TV. There's nothing on at this hour. I see no point in turning it on. Fax machine? There should be new dialogue on all this stuff. I'm waiting for Richter to contact me, but he hasn't. It's a fax machine. I really find a use for it. That's the same. Clock? Yeah, there's no music here. I feel like I'm gonna get jump scared again pretty soon. I've seen it too often to feel anything from it now. Stereo. Should I put a record on? No, it's too late for that. I'm not in the mood for music anyway. Come on, put on some tunes. Put on some tunes. You can't interact with that anymore. Society. If there's one thing Honjo never wants for, it's horrific crimes. They found a police officer dead in a local park just the other day. A lot of my family are in the police. I hope it wasn't anybody I knew. I don't read the news anymore. Not since last year. It brings back bad memories. You gotta read it. Suicide at local high school? Oh, I remember that. A high school girl jumped off a roof about a week ago. She was bullied, I think. Or maybe it was something about exam pressure? What? But... no, this can't be right. Her name... Michio Shiraishi from Komagata High School. It can't be. What? Oh, now the music has changed. That's creepy. Michio Shiraishi, the same girl who witnessed my son's kidnapping. committed suicide last week? But that means Mr. Janochi was terrified of someone who has already died? Is that what he meant by a curse? I can't work this out on my own. Maybe Richter will know. Why won't he call? Oh, I haven't left it off the hook, have I? Oh, no, I did the wrong one. I wanted to look at the phone. Phone! I'm waiting for Richter to contact me, but he hasn't. I've made sure the receiver is on the hook. I'll ring it as soon as he calls. Ah! That must be him. Hello, Shikima residence. What? Komagata Bridge. Richter called me out to meet him, and we came here to Komagata Bridge. Richter, there's something I need to tell you. Funny, I was just thinking the same thing. Surroundings. Work on Komagata Bridge over the Sumida River. There's a highway on one side and a freeway on the other, but they're both deserted this late at night. Okay. Okay, cool. The river? Sumida River. The water is filthy and horrid, but at night when it's still, it looks almost peaceful. Can I ask you something, ma'am? Is the Sumida River what you Honjo folks picture when you think of home? I couldn't say. All I can tell you is that I can hardly stand the sight of it. Right, should have guessed. This was where they found him after he went missing. Isn't Voice Curse guy there? There? I mean, it's all kind of in the same few blocks. I'm not sure if that... Can we see... I don't know if we can see the map from here. But, yeah, I mean, he's nearby at the very least. All I can think is how scared he must have been. How cold he must have been. What did he ever do to deserve something so awful? I've come here every day since then. And I prayed to the river to give him back. To give me back my son. Day after day after day. You know, in olden times, people believed rivers marked where our world met the next. So, the act of crossing flowing water had a huge amount of spiritual significance. Back when Edo was founded, the people of Chuo saw the Sumida River the same way. They associated the far side of the river with the afterlife. The same place would later become Honjo. All their fear and revulsion accumulated there and took root. But then the Ryogoku Bridge sprang up after the Great Fire of Meireki, and just like that, Honjo was part of the city too. And as it turned from farmland into a town, the people surrounded it with man-made rivers and crisscrossed it with canals and waterways. Weren't those to prevent flooding? That's what I was told. They were, but that's not all they were there for. Their other purpose was to contain all the corruption that had built up on the far shore, and to stop it leaking through to our side of the Great Divide. Officially, they were a physical barrier, but unofficially, they were a spiritual one too. So, if I have this right, are you saying that Honjo is a place where the real world meets the afterlife? Exactly. That's why the rite of resurrection is here, rather than anywhere else. I'm sure of it. And it's probably why the 7 mysteries and their curses have survived to the modern day. And I guess that would make this spot we're standing now, right over the water, the border between life and death. If there ever was a place where bringing back the dead might be possible, I reckon it's here. It's funny that you mentioned praying to the river. That might have done more than you think. Is that supposed to make me feel better? Just thinking aloud, ma'am. Huh. Well, that's a nice thought. Okay. Okay, so... Oh, that's right. Ah, there's one more memory I have of this river. Do you mind if I tell you? Go ahead. It must have been about 20 years now, when I was still a schoolgirl. Back then, the Sumida River was much filthier than it is now. It was full of garbage and industrial discharge. It was scummy and slimy, and it stank. You could look over the river and see dead cats and dogs and pigeons just floating. And one day, among all the filth and garbage, there was a piece of my missing classmate's hand. What? It was almost a miracle when you stop to think about it. What were the chances that someone would find a part of her that was still recognizable? Come again? Hold up? And that although everything but the palm had rotted away in the water, the part that was left would have an identifiable scar. And that they could tell it'd been a murder from the blade marks on the bone. Wait, are you talking about the Nejima murders? So you have heard of it. I'm impressed. I assume you were but an elementary schooler at the time. I wasn't really aware of it then. I only heard about it after the fact. I had no idea the victim was a classmate of yours. Hold up. A notorious case from over 2 decades ago involving the murder of a female high school student first gained the attention of the authorities when part of a human hand was discovered floating in the river. Testing revealed it belonged to a missing student. As it appeared to have been severed deliberately, the police launched a murder investigation. The highly polluted state of the water made the investigation impossible. Visibility was poor, stench was intense, and the divers quickly fell ill. They succeeded in recovering only the victim's head and what appeared to be part of her leg before the search was called off. Jeez. At the time of the incident, the Sumida River was polluted as it had ever been. But neither fish nor shellfish could survive in it, eventually causing the annual fireworks festival to be called off indefinitely. Over the course of the search, the police discovered a number of identified human bones. This caused a stir among the public, as several other young women had gone missing in recent years in the Tokyo area, and it was feared that they may have fallen victim to the same fate. Due to the overwhelming lack of circumstantial evidence, the investigation ground to a halt until a hitherto unrelated individual came to its attention. During a questioning about a separate incident, Fumichika Nejima, a 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victim, divulged details about her that had never been released to the general public. An investigation into his background was conducted, leading to his arrest. Nejima testified that he had snatched his victim from the street and confined her in the underground storeroom of his shop, which also served as his living quarters. He chose her for no special reason, but simply decided she was an opportune target. After keeping her locked up for several days, he restrained her, sewed her mouth shut, and severed her finger. Ugh. That's really bad. Oh, God. Once apprehended... Okay, yeah, it's pretty bad. Once apprehended, he readily divulged the details of the murder, but was less willing to explain his motive. When asked, he would only break down in tears, saying, "I don't know what came over me. I know it was wrong." In the end, the police could extract nothing more from him other than expressions of remorse. Although the efficiency of his methods strongly suggested that he had committed similar crimes in the past, no corroborating evidence ever came to light. He was sentenced to life in prison at his first hearing. The sentence was imposed with no appeal from the defendant. Phew! Holy crap! Persons of interest. Okay, and that's our guy. Anyway, to be honest, it was all a bit of a blur. A wave of chaos just parting around me. Something like that. They said the rest of her body must have sunk to the bottom of the river. They combed the riverbed, but they only ever found pieces. Everything else must have rotted and floated out to sea. Afterwards, I heard that all the divers who had been looking for her fell ill. A sorry story for everyone involved, huh? It's funny. Everyone figures the river's filthy already, so one more piece of garbage won't hurt. But every little bit makes it worse. It's a vicious cycle. I knew I wouldn't want to go rooting around down there myself. That's right, which is why the riverbed is the last place anybody would go looking. Or so was the killer's thinking, I suppose. The times were changing quickly back then. Things were confusing. Everyone seemed to be in a hurry. Young people were moving to Tokyo in droves. Some even ran away from home to make it in the big city. And they made easy targets for bad people. A lot of them ended up disappearing without a trace. You see, back then, if you chopped a body up into tiny pieces and threw it in the river, it would rot quickly and discreetly and sink to the bottom, never to be seen again. Are you saying what I think you're saying? They arrested him shortly after, Fumichika Nejima, the man who killed my classmate and cut her into pieces. That's some Junji Ito type horror stuff. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. He was so methodical about it, it couldn't have been his first crime. And people began to wonder how many other girls he'd murdered the same way. The police never found any evidence of other murders in the end. But the river knows the truth. How many corpses has it swallowed up over the years, I wonder? That same thought spread through everyone's mind, and they started to avoid this area. So, really, this river has been rank with corruption for decades now. Or at least that's how it seems to me. Well, was that interesting? Horrifying, thank you. Well, I can see why you don't have any good memories of this river. With all that darkness lurking beneath the surface, there's no reason that you would. Still, if I may, ma'am, I'm surprised you know so much about the Nejima murders. But how could I not? After all, I was the one who found the hand. Oh! The police actually wrote me a thank you letter. They said it was only thanks to me that they managed to bring Nejima to justice. That was the only time my father ever said he was proud of me. Huh. Guess it just wasn't the killer's day. Yeah, she waited. She waited to drop that one. Sometimes I wonder if he resents me for it. That was just from inspecting the darn river. Sumida River. It's bad. It sucks. The Sumida River, it's bad. It sucks. You go first? Okay, I'll let you go first. Please go ahead. Alright then. I've been poking around places connected to the 7 mysteries, looking for curse bearers. And I think I've found a few candidates. There he is. First, a tall man I ran into in Kinshibori Park. I asked him for directions, trying to probe him a little, but he turned the questions right back around on me. And he was out of there the second he figured I wasn't what he was looking for. I got the sense curses were nothing new to him. I'm about 40% sure he's a curse bearer. We're not even 100% sure he's a curse bearer, but he knew about it. Then there's this middle-aged guy I saw on South Wari Gesui Street. There's no question about this one. He had one of the curse stones in his hand. He had a nervous air about him, too. It was clear he was up to some shady business. Gathering soul dregs, I bet. He'd make a good target. Oh, that's the voice curse guy. Next up is a pair, a young man and woman I saw around Ryogoku Bridge. This time, the man came up to me and asked flat out if I was a curse bearer that had also happened to Shogo. I told him I didn't know what he was talking about, and he backpedaled and left. Looks like they lurk around there often. Looking for kindred spirits would be my guess. Though it didn't seem like they were quite working as a pair. Gathering soul dregs in a group might be a decent idea, if you can make it work. Yeah, that's some good fits. I kind of want that sweater that the lady on the left is wearing. But with things being how they are, it's gotta be hard to find folks no one can trust. They've got brass, though. I don't know what their deal is, but I'd like to find out. Love a good beret, too. Last is 2 detectives I've seen sniffing around. The police are involved? Not necessarily. A body turned up in a local park a few days ago, so they might just be looking into that. Still, the park's got ties to one of the 7 mysteries. Might be it was a curse that did the guy in. If they're sending in detectives from head office, then something's got to be up. How do you know where they're from? Let's just say that when you're in this business, there are some faces you get to know. Yeah, he went to police academy with the guy. Anyway, that's everyone who's caught my eye. You found all of them in so little time? I really did hire the best. It's all in the name, ma'am. Richter Kai, P.I. No, wait. Make that Richter Kai, investigator extraordinaire. My, an investigator extraordinaire. Is that why you can dress like that without drawing attention to yourself? You bet. An investigator extraordinaire can blend in like a chameleon in any outfit. Well, that aside, the middle-aged man and the young couple sound the most promising. Am I right? Whichever we pick, it's still too early to make a move. It seems like the curse bearers are less involved with each other than we thought. Plus, there are still others we don't know about. I say we hang fire and see how things play out. Once more bodies start showing up, that'll get the pot nice and hot. And once it's boiling, our chance will come. There's something I need to tell you. What's up? Well, that girl, Michiyo Shiraishi, the one who was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping. That's her. Well, she's dead. She's what? The student who committed suicide last week. That was her. I heard something like that had happened. Never got the name, though. Talk about bad luck. We finally get a lead, only to find out it's turned into a literal dead end. Unless her death was the whole reason Jinochi was so shaken up. He said she was going to curse him. Was he talking about her taking revenge from beyond the grave? It seems like we're back where we started. Whew! Not necessarily. That teacher knows something, I'm sure of it. At the very least, I'd put money on him having something to do with Miss Shiraishi's death. That's why he's so scared of being cursed by her. I see. And also, something tells me he knows more about your son's kidnapping. In any case, I think I've got a good idea of what he's hiding. Call it a hunch. A hunch? Well, more of a theory. Care to take a guess? Can I guess? I don't really know. I'm just an ordinary housewife. I'm not clever enough for all this. Are you sure? I'd had you down for sharper than that. That's flattering, but I'm afraid you're mistaken. Anyway, that's enough speculation for now. The truth will out in time. The truth will out. Truth will come out. Right now, I think we need to have another chat with Mr. Jinochi. Is something wrong? Not really. It just struck me. It's been 20 years since the Najima murders. So it has. Not to spook you or anything, but I thought you might be interested in knowing. Life in prison doesn't always mean life. There's precedent for first-time offenders being allowed out on parole after 20 years. Only if they're found to show remorse and the desire to reform themselves, of course. That's right, and I'm impressed you know so much. Still, it's hard for someone with a criminal record to reintegrate into society. I hear they've been trying to fix that recently, matching inmates with jobs and accommodation. Oh, really? They keep an eye on them, of course, making them report in for regular checkups. But to avoid discrimination, they keep the inmates' records a secret from everyone but their employers. They even give particularly notorious criminals new identities so they won't be recognized in the workplace. My. The way you put it. It's like you're saying Fumichika Najima could be out on parole right now. Back in society under a new name, with nobody any the wiser. It's possible. As it happens, a little birdie told me about a big name making parole a few months back. I don't know if that was Najima, but our discussion just now did bring it to mind. I see. How unsettling. Now that you mention it, I just remember something too. What was it? I was passing Komagata High School a little while ago when I saw someone. Man standing. A janitor, I think, and I could have sworn he reminded me of Fumichika Najima. Oh? He looked a little different after 20 years. Much thinner than I remembered, too. I told myself I was just seeing things. But perhaps it was him after all. That's crazy. So, what next? The big question now is what the rest of the curse bearers are up to. Luckily, the Sumida River is a good distance from any of the 7 mysteries. It's unlikely the other curse bearers will come all the way here. I can finally have a moment to think. I see. Alright. Suspend? What does suspend mean? What does it mean when I suspend? Suspend? I don't really have any other choice, though. You can't currently progress any further. Once your situation is changed, select resume to try again. Pressing suspend will return you to the story chart. Okay. Oh, okay. So you hit a dead end and you have to maybe go to the other ones? Maybe you'll figure out some info in there? Huh. Interesting. Interdasting. Shrip-teresting. Force you to bounce. I kind of like that, actually. I kind of like that you can't just marathon it. That's cool. That's neat. I'm gonna be right back in just a moment, and then we'll continue on with that. I will be right back. One sec. Yo. Okay. I'm kind of curious about. Thank you. I'm kind of curious what's going on with the high schoolers. I kind of wanna go here. Let's go here. Yako Sakazaki searches for the rite of resurrection, hoping to revive her friend who jumped to her death. It's all connected. To get the information she needs, she meets with her classmate Mio Kurosuzu in their classroom at midnight to attempt using a spirit board. That sounds fun. Let's do it. Up at 12 a.m. on a school night. You know she had to do it to him. One sec. Okay. Mio says that should be everything. Okay, let's start. Ready for this, Yako? I'm ready. High school student, Yako Sakazaki. Person of interest. Student. Yeah, her friend is the girl we were just talking about, who took her own life. Sense of duty, compassion very strongly. She's easily moved to tears. Quick-tempered and quarrelsome. Winning streak against arrogant boys. Okay, cool. Oh. Alright, let's start. Well, this is the spirit board. This is how we'll be communicating. First, we'll both put a finger on the 10 yen coin that's on the board. Okay. Do I click on it? Oh, I click on it. That's cool. Like this? Just like that. Relax your finger as much as you can. Now for the chant. Repeat what I say, okay? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Your turn. It's the Spectre of the Spirit Board. Spectre of the these are... Spectre of the Spirit Board. Please visit us. Whew, that was like a quick time event. Spectre of the Spirit Board. Spectre of the Spirit Board. Please visit us. Good. Please tell us if you are there. Whoa, it really moved. Hey, good to see you. Hi, Tilting Axis. It's so good to see you. I hope you're having a good one. Yeah, this game is pretty peak right now, honestly. This game is cool. Looks like we succeeded in the summoning. We can ask questions now. Right, questions. Start with a question you know the answer to and see the response. Then when you know your questions are being answered truthfully, you ask what you really want to know. Okay, I'll start with something simple. Is it really you? What is this place? What is this girl's name? What is my name? Is it really you? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Are you truly the Spectre of the Spirit Board? Oh no, it's over. It's Jover. It said no? Is it lying? Not quite. The Spectre of the Spirit Board is just a temporary name we call them when using the board. We're actually calling a spirit with a strong tie to this place, or one of the people participating. In other words, a spirit that just happened to be nearby just felt like answering. They don't really think of themselves as the Spectre of the Spirit Board. Oh, really? Huh. Feels like some of the mystique has disappeared. Do you mind if I still call you the Spectre of the Spirit Board? Yes. Yes, okay. Thanks. Always good to remember to say please and thank you. This is very fun. Spirit Board. It's the divination craze. The occult craze. Honestly, yeah. I'd be like, yeah, ghosts are kind of they glow blue when they're boy ghosts. Pink if it's a girl. Ghosts just kind of look like normal people, honestly. They just kind of look like people, except they're a little transparent. What is this place? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Where are we? It's a ghost version of getting a random text from someone and just answering it. Yeah. Well, I haven't been looking at the letters. What is it? How? High school. High school. That's right. The answers don't seem to be very precise. What is this girl's name? Fine. What is the name of the girl across from me? M. I. Ooh. Mio. Yeah, see? It even used that weird character you used to spell your name. How flattering. Psychic girl? The truth of the matter is that Mio is the apprentice of a famous psychic. And she already solved an incident at the school involving a student possessed by a spirit. Dang, cool. Wish I was cool like that. I bet. Even the teachers get it wrong all the time. I guess these paranormal beings just take a liking to you. Huh. I don't know how I should feel about that. Yeah. What is my name? I think I should know the answer to this. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. What is my name? Huh? What's the matter? How strange. No. No? Huh? It told me no? I bet it means it doesn't know. It may be the Spectre of the Spirit Board, but it doesn't know everything. No. Mario voice, no. Really? But it knew your name, Mio. Is this spirit really the real deal? It's fine. I feel like it's giving me attitude. What's my name? Say my name. I'll ask it again. What is my name? Willy Wonka? No. Walter White? You're goddamn right. It didn't even hesitate this time. Alright, it's time to try asking serious questions. Yeah. Who does Mio have a crush on? That's so mean. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. What is the name of the boy Mio has a crush on? Hey, you're gonna ask that kind of question? If the question had a sense of humor, it'd ask, are you really a spirit? It'd spell out maybe. True. Doesn't everyone ask this kind of stuff with spirit boards? Besides, I'm curious. No, let's not do this. No. Huh. I said no. Guess that means you don't have a crush on anyone. Whew. Yeah, that's it. No is correct. Let's move on. Or maybe. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Do you mean the boy isn't in our class? Yes. Oh no. Wow. Hey, stop that. Don't make me exercise you. If that's the case, then... Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Is it a teacher at our school? Come on. Come on. That's kind of weird, champ. Ah, no good, huh? Phew. Yako, cut it out already. Yeah, literally. This ghost is too chatty. We made the effort to sneak in at night. We shouldn't waste time with these questions. You've got a point. Joel Maybe. Michio's cause of death. Okay, here we go. I'll be serious now. Yes, please. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Did Michio Shiraishi in our class, who died by committing suicide by jumping 1 week ago, really commit suicide? No. So it really wasn't. I'm not surprised. I never believed it from the start. Now's the important part. Yeah. Boom. She was a second-year student. She was found deceased 1 week ago in a back alley. Her entire body broken and severely contorted. She jumped from a nearby apartment building. Huh. Yeah, literally, just goes to all the trouble of spelling out a complete sentence to be like, I don't know. Michio's cause of death. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Did Michio Shiraishi die in an accident? Yes. I said yes. So it was an accident and not a suicide. The music is still subtly getting louder. Ah, that's scary. That's too scary. Michio. Then, did she slip and fall from that apartment building? No. Huh? She didn't? What do you mean? Michio didn't die from falling from the apartment building? Yes. No way! If that were true, then why was she lying on the ground like that in the back alley of the apartment building? It was an accident, but not a fall? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, what happened to Michio on that day? Seems like it doesn't know the details. Where is the rite of resurrection? Then how about, oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, we want to use that rite of resurrection to bring Michio back to life. Do you know where the rite of resurrection is? I wonder. Oh no. Huh? Ah! Ah! Scary! Ah! What is this? Stop! I'm scared, Mio. Calm down. You can't let it go before it's over. Ah! Such deep sorrow. A resentful memory is flowing into my mind. Fool's procession. Those who hear it into the depths of hell shall fall into the depths of hell. Kill them. Kill them. Those who hear this sound, kill them all. No, dude. You have acquired the power of the Fool's Procession. You can use it to kill those who hear the sound produced by the curse echo for more than 30 seconds. The effect will be negated if you are seen in that time. Press the use curse button to produce the sound. Bro. A resentful memory. Omio stood atop the tall festival tower. It was her time to shine and she was ecstatic. It had been years since she joined the troupe, but she had yet to enjoy her day in the spotlight. She wasn't particularly pretty, nor was she all that talented. As a gossip and a loudmouth, she wasn't well liked by her peers. Some of the other girls thought of her as a teacher's pet and bullied her. I don't care about them, she thought. I'll use this chance to make something of myself. I'm not I don't like murder. Murder is bad. Everything was perfect. She wore a beautiful kimono and an okame mask over her face. The stage was set. The accompaniment began. She danced with everything she had. Applause rained down from the crowd. Her breathing hastened with excitement. I've got to catch my breath. That's strange. I can't take my mask off. The smell of glue assaulted her nostrils. So that's how it is. I knew it was too good to be true. Her screams were drowned out by the music as she squirmed and struggled. Omio is giving it her all today. We have to keep up. The crowd livened even more. No, someone please help me. She fell from the tower, writhing in pain as she begged those around her for help. The music stopped in time with Omio's heart. Bro, that's crazy. Ugh. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Ugh. Now, kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Oh no. No, it keeps happening. Okay. Two things to remember. Someone set up a lot of this, yes. Something about this feels very planned, doesn't it? All these people are connected. All right, we'll continue to the next one. Okay. 1 week ago. Okay, we're flashing back now. Bing bong ding dong, bong bong ding dong. Easygoing high school life. Nothing bad is going to happen in this video game. Did you hear about Michio in Class C? Yeah, she seemed like the stereotypical honor student in her first year, but she stopped showing up to class and her grades started dropping after her third semester. So she offed herself because her grades were bad? No fair. Just thinking about practice tests makes me want to die too. All anyone cares about is test scores and grades. Yikes! Come on now. Why is everyone gossiping? Did you know? I heard Michio's mom remarried last year. They say her new stepdad is a total jerk. Really? How so? Like he'd peek on her while she changes and couldn't keep his hands off her. Oh my god. Ah! I even heard he's an ex-con. If she resists him, he gets violent. That's so scary. No way, I couldn't take that. I'd probably think about killing myself too if I had to deal with something like that at home. Oh my god. You hear about suicides on the news, but for it to happen here, it's a little scary. By the way, isn't there a girl who transferred into Class C recently? Oh, I heard about her. She's gloomy, doesn't stand out much. Did you know that the school she was at before she transferred also had a suicide? What? For real? That seems like kind of fishy. He's an ex-con, but the con is just owning weed. This is in Japan. Yeah, he went to jail for 30 years for having like, a single nug on him. Unfortunately, that's kind of how it is. Hey, did you hear? Someone from our school committed suicide. What? Really? Who? I heard that. Michio from Class C, right? No way. Michio? She'd been acting pretty strangely lately, but I still can't believe it. Oh, that's the teacher. Ahem. There might be some of you who already know, but a member of our class, Michio Shiraishi, passed away last night. Okay, calm down. I know this comes as a surprise, but please keep quiet. The cause of death is still under investigation, and there's nothing we know for certain at the moment. Detailed investigation reports will come from the police, so please don't go spreading any rumors. Got it? We're sending everyone home for today. No dilly-dallying on your way. School will be off tomorrow as well. Hey you, stop celebrating. Show some respect. There will be a memorial service scheduled next week at the school assembly, if anyone wishes to pay their respects individually. Man. This sucks, man. Yako? Hi. I'm sorry to bug you. It's just, you seem a little different from your usual self. I hope I'm not being nosy. Thanks, Mio. Was I acting that strangely? Yeah, enough to make me worry. If you want to talk, I'm happy to listen. Yeah, this is perfect timing. There's actually something I want to ask you. Yeah? About the Spectre, about the Right, about Michio. Skibidi-bidi-bop-bop-bop-boop. I guess we'll just go through it. You know that spirit board thing that everyone's been doing? Where you summon a spirit and ask it whatever you want? Ah, yeah, I know it. I want to try it out. There's something I want to know. Why are you telling me this? I mean, you seem like the type to know about this stuff. Oh, I do? Yeah, you look like you're really into that occult stuff. You know, you've got kind of that gloomy look. Huh, I don't know how I should feel about that. Yikes. I don't know. She's the realization of being perceived is setting in for her. Poor Mio. But you do know how to do it, right? Well, yes, I think I probably know a little more than most. Okay, please help me. You're my only hope. Okay, please help me. You're my only hope. Okay. Hey, Mio? You know about the Rite of Resurrection, right? Yeah, it's that thing that Mr. Araishi apparently discovered and wrote an article about. I doubt there's many people who don't know. He's always talking about it. Do you believe it's real? Huh? Well, it sounds a little too good to be true to me. But on the odd chance that it really works, we could bring Michio back to life with it. I want to find if there's even the slightest chance of bringing Michio back. But how will you look for it? Right, that's the thing. Michio, I wonder why she had to die. She didn't leave a note or anything, but they announced that it was a suicide. That can't be right. She would never kill herself. Michio was so happy and always looked on the bright side of things. She loved coming to school. I know she was going through some hard times, but for her to kill herself? I never got a chance to speak with her. She was often absent from school, and when she did come in, she looked depressed. You're right. And that's why everyone was so willing to accept that she committed suicide. They acted like they cared, but all they did was gossip about it. They put together little pieces of information and spread rumors like it's the truth. Isn't that terrible? Yes, it is. I've heard some that are really awful. In the end, the only reason they're able to say stuff like that is because they aren't personally involved. It's true that she didn't get along with her new stepdad and her grades went down. But to say things like, how sad, no wonder she killed herself, how dare they? I agree. She always told me she was okay whenever I talked with her because I was worried. She would have told me if there was something bothering her so badly she'd kill herself over it. Uh-huh. I won't let Michio's death be written off like this. Like, maybe she got caught up in something bad. Something bad? People have been talking about that body found in former Yasuda Gardens, right? Some are saying that this town is cursed or something. Yes, there has been a strange feeling around things recently. She really just said something shifted. Shit's about to get real weird. This is really something shifted. Shit's about to get real world to get let me start over. This is something shifted. Shit's about to get real world. Real weird the game. Something shifted the game. The thing you wanted to ask, is it? Yeah, I want to know the truth behind Michio's death, and where the rite of resurrection is hidden. I see. Huh. Para something shift. I don't know if getting the answer to those questions will be as easy as you hope. Something shift a sight. You're so good at this, Daisy. Please, the teachers and police aren't any help, and there's only so much I can do alone. If there's even the slightest chance, then... Well... Okay, if that would make you feel better, then I'll help. Yes, thank you, Mio. Okay, then tomorrow after dark... Files updated. Body discovered 1 week ago. Died from full body blunt force trauma. Okay. Here we are. Huh? Are you awake, Yako? Yeah, what happened? You can't remember? Let's see. We used the spirit board, and I suddenly heard something. Like this weird voice. And then I passed out? Yes. As far as I can tell, you aren't experiencing any negative effects. I think it was just a mild shock from how sudden it was. Huh. Was everything okay with the spirit? Yep. It was almost bad, but I got it to leave. More importantly, what is that thing you have in your hand? Huh? In my hand? No! Oh my gosh, she's so suspiciously curse stone shaped. Me? No, of course I'm not a curse bearer, Mio. Why would you ever think that? I did not eat the cheese. Whoa, what the heck is this? It looks so freaky. When did I get this? That does look pretty freaky. Oh, there's so much anger and hatred held within it. It looks a little like tools that were used in ancient curses. What? That's so scary. Yako, you just said you heard a strange voice, right? Could you tell me what you heard? Anything you can recall. I think it might be connected to that object. Let's see. It felt like I was at the bottom of a dark place. Then this voice felt like it was echoing in my mind. The fool's anything feels like the ghost is just messing with Yako. Yeah. It's Yako's trick. Oh no. After that, it just kept shouting, "Kill them!" I see. Thank you. Yako, I think you may have exactly what you need in order to use the rite of resurrection. A curse with the power to take people's lives and turn them into soul dregs. What? You mean this is a real curse? Happy the Fool's Day! Oh gosh, yes, this is the only April Fool's Day thing I'm going to be doing today. Of that, you can be assured. I know I said I wanted to use the rite of resurrection to bring back Michio, but why? Why me? It makes no sense. Yako, please calm down and listen. I can't stay calm. But how can I? I mean, you might be used to these kinds of things, Mio, but I'm not. I didn't even really believe in the occult, much less think that the spirit board would actually work. But now, after something like that, what choice do I have but to believe? And not only that, but a curse that can kill people? What am I supposed to do about that? I know, it's only natural to feel that way. Anyone would feel confused. But first, you need to calm down. Take a big, deep breath. Right. Yes, just like that. In moments like this, the more troubled your heart is, the more its weaknesses are exposed. Exposed? Have you calmed down? I know. Oh my god, all this there's been a couple of times where it felt like they did that. There's definitely a little bit of fourth wall peekage. I think. Yeah. I'm sorry about panicking. No, it's okay. Fear is something we feel in the face of the unknown. Long ago, people would give names to phenomena they couldn't understand in order to live with them. However, modern-day developments in science and culture have pushed for the rejection of things that can't be measured. And so the paranormal has been treated like it doesn't exist. But they've been around since a long, long time ago. If you just understand, you can see that there's nothing to be afraid of. First, calming down is the most important. Accept reality for what it is. Huh. I only really gave this stuff a shot because it was popular, but you really do have a connection with this stuff, don't you? Well, I suppose to an extent. Hey, Mio, what do I do? Where do I start? Am I cursed? Am I going to die? It's okay. I'll take care of the curse. That's why I'm here in the first place. What? Trust me. Oh my gosh, she's literally doing that. What if you were a friend bearer and you collected friends? Trust me, bro. I will not do anything to betray you. Trust me. What's she doing? What's she playing at here? Here's the theremin using any video game music. Gotta learn to play the theremin. That would be cool. You can make that. You can make that a thing. Oh, I dropped my controller. Whoops. I didn't do that because I was scared. I just dropped it. I'm scared. Whoops. Oh, gosh. Okay. I'll take care of things. It'll be alright. Thanks. I was the one who dragged you along to do this, spirit board. It's like one of those meme edits where it's like, come closer, I can't be trusted. Text underneath it, you will bear the curse. That's literally the kind of vibe I'm trying to have. I can't really do that in text. But yeah, you're right. It's fine. You're desperate to find a way to try and help your friend. But spirit boards are dangerous. You have to take them seriously. So I'm glad you invited me. Alright, let's review everything we've learned so far and think of how to move forward. Okay. About the curse. What is this curse? Am I cursed? Well, I've only looked into it a little. But I wouldn't quite say you're cursed. It's more like you've gained the ability to use the power of a curse. So there shouldn't be any kind of negative paranormal effect on you. The power to use a curse? Do you mean this curse stone? Yes, if the curse stone is used under certain conditions. A curse will be placed on someone, taking their life and turning it into soul dregs. Soul dregs are said to be required to enact the rite of resurrection. You are cursed with the ability to be cool as hell. Bow, 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 bow. Normally, a curse is a spell that would only be usable by onmyoji of considerable talent. I believe that curse stone makes it so that even normal people can use them. So, someone like me with no knowledge could curse someone? Yes, but it's still nothing to take lightly. You could end up having it redirected right at you. To tell you the truth, something unusual did happen while we were using the spirit board. It happened right around midnight, I think. This whole area seems to be under the effect of the Feast of Shadows. The Feast of Shadows? Yeah, I feel like there's definitely some kind of like karmic, I don't know. I don't think there's an infinite kill people glitch. I'll say that much. Yes, it's a type of spell that temporarily boosts the potency of the supernatural. It also has the effect of making the powers of certain curse echoes manifest more easily. Judging by its strength, I'd say it probably covers about a 3 to 4 kilometer radius. 3 to 4 kilometers? That's big enough to cover all of Sumida City. Yes, I think the Feast of Shadows was used to cause the resentment lingering in the area to manifest as curse stones. Someone did this. Ah. But who? I don't know enough to say. But it's likely that it was done by someone who wants to uncover the rite of resurrection. This isn't something to happen naturally. I see. Feast of Shadows. A technique that allows one to create a field that temporarily boosts spiritual energy. Okay. A cursed stone's powers can only be used in this area under the influence of the Feast of Shadows. The effects only appear after the sun is set. By setting a limit on when they can be used, the curses are strengthened. So the curses can't be used outside of this area or during the day? Correct, but speaking of limits, to actually use a curse to kill someone, it seems there are conditions that need to be met. Conditions? You mean like how my curse echo needs someone to listen to the sound it makes for 30 seconds? To be honest, I don't really understand it. Like, how do I even summon the curse echo or make the sound? Do I just, like, will it? Do you mind if I try? Stop. You shouldn't be using curses so willy-nilly. Yeah, I feel like there's something to do with that, the company chairman guy. That Shogo met. He works for the same company. I think it might be something to do with that guy, or maybe the guy he works for. Or it's like a lady. He's like the chairman's secretary, that's what it is. Even if there are conditions that have to be met, the power to kill someone without leaving behind evidence is dangerous enough. In that sense, maybe you really have been cursed. I'm sorry that you got wrapped up in this situation even though I'm here with you. Dang. Alright. That curse stone, I think whoever holds it becomes a curse bearer. It would probably be best for me to hold on to it, but then I'd feel bad about forcing it on you. No, I sense a powerful force rejecting me. I don't think I'd be able to take it. Really? Why? If we tried separating it from you, the curse may trigger. That's how bad I sense it wants to stay with you. No way. That curse stone might look like nothing more than an old Netsuke's carving. But I can sense a powerful, resentful energy from it. I don't think it's a good idea for me to even touch it. I may seem like I know what I'm doing, but I don't know how to handle something this powerful. Really? This little thing? If you threw it away and someone with bad ideas picked it up, it could be bad. I think it would be safer to avoid the risk of getting anyone else involved, and have you hold on to it for now. Well, now I'm kind of freaked out. Anyways, we need to make it to daybreak. I think the curse should weaken once it's morning. I'll help you find a way to deal with it then. Okay. So there are 2 things you should remember. First, do not fulfill the conditions while it's night. Second, should you happen to fulfill the conditions, don't use the curse. Right. That seems about right. Okay, about the 7 mysteries. The mysterious voice said the curse stone is called the Fool's Procession, right? Yeah, that's from the 7 mysteries of Honjo, right? Our school is said to be connected with a story with the same name. One of the mysteries. Right, I don't think it's a coincidence. This is just a guess, but it's possible that you were chosen because it could feel your desire for the rite of resurrection. If this is a curse of the 7 mysteries of Honjo, then it's possible that there are others who received curses associated with the other mysteries. Yeah, that voice also said that there are other curse bearers, or whatever you call them. Not only that, apparently you can get a lot of soul dregs by killing a curse bearer. Right, that's certainly not good. Even if we have no intention of killing others with the curse, there's a chance you may be targeted if other curse bearers find us. Eep! We'll have to avoid anyone who has another of the curses. That means we should avoid people at night as much as possible. Yep, that sounds about right too. But, Mio, yes? If this curse is real, that means I could bring back Michio if I used it, right? The rite of resurrection would be real too. Yes, that's true. But you can't do that, Yako. But it feels like it's not the time to worry about that kind of stuff. If Michio died in an accident, then I'm sure she didn't want to die. What's the issue with putting a little curse on a complete stranger? Oh gosh, everyone gets curse stone and then they're like, maybe a little murder is okay. Maybe I could do a few murders and it would be fine. I sort of feel like it wouldn't be a big deal. What's going on with you? You're not acting like yourself, Yako. You would never even consider taking the life of another person. Is it the curse's influence on you? Maybe the curse to Echo's grudge is rubbing off on you? I like how it's like, this game is really like all the cast members, and then the thought bubble that's like, gosh, everyone here is crazy. Thank God I'm the only normal person here. Will you show me it for a second? Is there something inside it? No, stop! Yako! Oh, I'm sorry. But it's like, I just suddenly really didn't want you to touch it. I understand. I'm sorry. But you need to give up on the rite of resurrection. What? Because that's the real curse. Using resurrection as a lure, it tempts curse bearers into using their curses. You have to resist it. Don't let yourself be deceived by some curse. But Michio could... I think for tonight we should get you home to rest. I'll walk you. The curse's influence should subside in the morning. These grudges really affect all the protagonists. Like, they're not really the ones using it, but being used. Yeah, there definitely seems like someone's pulling the strings. Low battery, huh? Well, we'll keep going until we can't anymore, I guess. Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm telling you that you need to give up on the rite. It's beyond us. Even a single curse stone alone is too much to handle. Bringing back the dead isn't something so simple. I know how much it hurts, but please focus on just worrying about surviving tonight. Even now, we're in great danger. Okay, let's get going then, shall we? We'll take the same route we took to get here. Right. We'll be fine, right? There's no one else at school, is there? I think so. The night shift janitor shouldn't be patrolling this late at night either. Oh no. Ah! It's the night shift janitor! Huh? What? Why'd the lights go out? Mio? Are you okay? No. No, not her. Not her too. Hello? Mio? She's not here? What's happening? Where are you? Ah! 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 No! I'm so scared. Oh, I'm gonna look behind me and there's gonna be something scary. Oh my god. Ah! Huh? Oh no, oh no, oh no, what was that? Get me out of here. Mio, where are you? Yako, I'm here. Over here, can you see me? Huh? Where? I can't see anything. The coin on yes, oh, I didn't notice that. I literally... Not that way, Yako. Behind you, I'm behind you. Turn around this way. It's pitch black, I have no idea which way I'm facing. There's something. I can't see, I literally can't see anything. Hi, Mio. This way, over here. Be careful, your field of vision is being limited. Right. Oh my god. Well, we gotta continue, right? Escape from Komagata High. We gotta get out of here. We are freaking under attack. Sequoia. Hey, Mio? What was that just now? Could it be another curse echo different from mine? I think so. Yes. We may have been discovered by another curse bearer. Oh. What's wrong? Shh. Someone's there. In that classroom. What? Something moved inside. Well... I want to check it out. It might be the curse bearer who used that curse echo just now. If we can see who it is, it might help us decide what to do later. That's true. Okay, be careful. Ah! It's Jeff the Killer. It's Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh no. Well, can you see anything? Try and get a look around. Oh, there's other students in here. Hi. Ah. Huh? Is that our homeroom teacher, Mr. Janochi? Oh, it is! And the person with him is Hitomi from Class A? What? Oh my, what is going on here? Ah! That bastard! He's at it again! I have to kill him. I won't let him get away with this. What? The curse. I could kill him with it. No, Yako, you can't use the curse stone. What's gotten into you? Resist it. Who's there? Is someone there? This is bad. We have to go before they see us. Okay. I didn't do the thing, but... there he is. I love how she has this very 80s hairstyle. It seems like they're not coming after us. Let's hope they didn't see our faces. But, Yako, what came over you all of a sudden? Sorry. Thanks for stopping me. It's like this uncontrollable rage suddenly welled up inside me. I wonder what's gotten into me. I can barely even remember what happened. I'm really sorry. I do think it's partly the curse's influence on you, but we certainly saw something shocking. My heart's still pounding. I'm a little surprised you know Hitomi from Class A. She tends to stand out a lot. Gotcha. Well, she certainly does dress like a delinquent, though she barely shows up to school. But could Mr. Jinochi or Hitomi really be a curse bearer? I don't know. But we should be careful just in case. Oh my god. Yako. When I give the signal, run. Go straight for the entrance. Don't look back no matter what. Huh? Why? Did something happen? Something happened, didn't it? What about you, Mio? I'll be fine. We'll meet up outside the school gates. If I'm not there in 10 minutes, go straight home, okay? Okay, go. Right. Mio's so cool. Don't look back. Don't look back. I have to get outside. Let's see. To get to the gates, I go by the gym and... I'm gonna get spooked if I look behind me. What are you doing, miss? Eek! You shouldn't be here this late. Don't you know what time it is? Oh, Mr. Ashimiya. Well, if it isn't little Yako. Anyway, students ain't supposed to be playing outside around at night. He's the janitor. Isn't he the one who was possibly the Isn't he like possibly the murderer? I don't know, hard to say. She's such a G. I know you're rough around the edges, but I didn't take you for one to act out like this. Not acting out. What about you? Shouldn't you be smoking? Should you be smoking on school grounds? Well, it ain't lit, so it's alright. It's, you know, an accessory. Hey, don't go changing the subject. There's just no letting my guard down with you. So, why are you here so late? Well, the truth is, I forgot something in my classroom. Again? You sure are a piece of work. But you don't have nothing with you. Oh, wait, you do. What's that in your hand? A toothpick changes everything. Huh? Well, this is what I forgot. I, got it from my grandpa. It's really important to me. Girls these days sure have weird tastes. Well, okay. Better head straight home if you're done. I won't tell on you. Nah, wait. I can't let you walk home alone this late. Alright, wait just a little. I'll hurry and lock things up. But... I'm worried about Mio. Actually, a friend of mine is still inside. Oh no, we're getting in trouble. I think they'll be here soon. That's so? Who's your friend? My classmate, Mio Kurosuzu. Ah, that transfer student. Breaking school rules already, huh? Didn't take her for the type. No, I was the one who dragged her here. Well, whatever. I'll go take a look. It'll be safer if you go home together. Oh, right. She's in the first floor hallways. Be careful, though. You don't know what may be there. What's that supposed to mean? First floor, yeah? I'll be right back. Oh my god. I'm not gonna leave Mio to the dogs. I'm gonna get you out of there, Mio. You're not supposed to be there. She's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. I'm starting to get worried. I'm gonna take a look. That's what you should not do. You don't return to the scary place. Why are you doing the horror movie thing of going back into the scary place? Mio, are you there? I'm scared. Huh? No! 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 She's returning to the scream of the crime. Oh god, I gotta get out of here. I left her alone with a curse bear. It's Jover. Mio. I'm sorry. The truth is, Well. Okay. Yep. You died. Alright. Okay, you don't need to scold me. There's someone who must not be trusted. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? If so, you may choose to withhold important information from that person. Do you mean the janitor? Is that what it is? Okay, we'll try again. I'm gonna save you, Mio. But you don't have nothing with you. Wait, you do. What's that in your hand? Huh? I guess I have to just go. Oh, right. Mr. Janochi was actually looking for you inside the main building. Was that? He's here right now? What's he thinking? I don't know. He was in class 3B on the second floor just a bit ago. Well, I suppose that means I can't be locking up yet. Second floor, you said? I'll go take a bake. Be back in a chip. My house is really close by. I'll be fine on my own. Really. That's so. The snack shop, right? Suppose you'll be fine then. Be careful now, you hear? Stay on the big, well-lit streets. If something happens, shout fire. Okay, you worry too much. Well, we wouldn't want to be losing any more students. Oh, I imagine you know that better than anyone. Yes, you're right. Oh, Mio, what are we gonna do? Is she in there dead right now and I left her there? What's going on? I hope she's okay. Mio's late. I've been waiting for 20 or 30 minutes, but there's no sign of her. Huh? There's someone coming down the road. That's... Oh, a teacher. It's Mr. Araishi. Oh my god, he's the guy who wrote the Right of Resurrection article. He's a historian who works part-time as a curator of the local folk museum and as a teacher at Komogata High School. His recent publication on the Right of Resurrection has caused a stir in occult circles. Yeah. He looks on edge. I wonder what he's doing. Huh? That thing in Mr. Araishi's hand. It can't be. He has a curse stone! Wow! Could that be a curse stone? Oh, this is bad. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't think anything good can come from him seeing me. Wait, he's the one who discovered the Right of Resurrection. It wouldn't be strange at all for him to have something to do with curses. Then, could the curse echo from before have belonged to him? Ah! Shoot, did he notice me? Oh. Hello, Yako. What are you doing here? Oh, that was fast. Did you not hear me? What are you doing here? I forgot something? I came to get something I forgot at school. This late at night? It couldn't wait until tomorrow? No, it couldn't wait. Just what did you forget? Is that what's in your pocket? Take it out and show it to me. But, it's... stop it! I knew it. I see. You have one. It's not... That Netsuke is of great historical importance to the area. But it's dangerous to speak here. Why don't you come with me? This is important. Oh no! That hurts. Stop. You're hurting me, Mr. Araishi. Stop pulling me. Fire! Fire! There's a huge fire! Stop that. Someone will come. Damn it, get over here. Where am I? It's completely dark. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Araishi? What? My stomach. It hurts. I'm bleeding. Oh. He cursed. He did the curse. He did the cursey curse. I feel like every wrong move Yako gets got. She is like so doomed by the narrative right now. It would be difficult for Yako to escape from Araishi while he's in possession of a curse stone. In the meantime, this shall remain as incomplete until we meet again. Oh. Can I... I might be story locked, but I want to try one other thing. He has it. He's got the stone. God, the way he just comes up to you is so scary. Waiting for someone. In the middle of the night? I'm disappointed in you. Bad children who get into trouble at night need to be punished. What are you doing here? It's a special night tonight. Did you know that? A special night? Oh, because of the Feast of Shadows. Oh! Why did you say that? You shouldn't have let him know. Well, you know a lot. Did you hear about it from someone? No, it's just a rumor that's been going around. No, there's no such rumor. Haha, it must be that transfer student. She has it, you know. You must as well. Wait, she has one too? Why didn't she tell us? Is he lying or is she lying? Take out what's in your pocket and show it to me. But, it's... Oh. This is gonna be the same. I think we're our story locked, yep. Help! He's lying? Yeah, I think so. Jeez, that glorpy sound. It's so gross. So nasty. Okay, I think we have to let that go for now. Mio doesn't have one either. Yeah, I think I trust Mio. She wouldn't give us all that information if she wasn't on our side, I think. Someone else has to intervene, maybe? Yeah, I mean, we do. I mean, if we look at the timeline, right? That's when, well, at least in the timeline we saw, that's when Shogo was on the bridge with Richter. And then right after that, he meets Harue. We know her name now. I guess that's it for those ones. I guess we might have to go to the buddy cop duo. I think we might have to start with that to get what we need. All right, let's do that then. Tetsuo Susumi, Chief Inspector of the Metropolitan Police Department, investigating the mysterious death of a fellow officer. He visits the scene of the incident, the former Yasuda Gardens, with the subordinate Jun Erio. Okay. It's cop time. Here we are, the peaceful gardens where nothing ever happens, ever. Hey boss, forensics is all done. The crime scene is clean. The other officers have all gone home. It's just us now. The park should be able to open back up tomorrow, like nothing ever happened. I doubt it'll get many visitors after everything that's happened. You'd be surprised. Lots of people love that kind of thing. I'll bet they'll be lining up to get in. Paranormal cop buddy arc. Yeah. Occult stuff is really popular right now. Did you not know that, boss? Sounds stupid. Well, it's not exactly rooted in science, but if ghosts really did exist, we could just ask them who the perp is. Somehow I doubt it would be that simple. Oh, but you know, I've heard that high school girls are really into this spirit board thing these days. Supposedly you can call on spirits and talk to them by using a board with letters on it. Wouldn't that be something? You try it out yourself if you're so interested. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Let's give it a go sometime, boss. What now? Stop messing around. You really think we're going to solve this case by moving a coin across a scrap of paper? Sounds like you know all about it. We've got to be open-minded. What if that's how police work is going to be from now on? Don't make me laugh. Listen up, Ariel. You can't go blaming the death of your buddy on something like the occult. I don't care if it was ghosts or the occult or what. Whoever or whatever it was that did this, I'll get them. I promise you that. You got the right attitude, but we don't even know if this is a murder yet. Biases weaken our judgment. Get too fixated on one thing and you stop seeing everything else. Aye aye, boss. So, now that we've finished investigating the scene, let's review what we know. Now? It's getting late. I figured we'd head straight home from here. Come on, we've got to go over all the info we've gathered. And what better place to do that than here at the scene of the crime, where we can soak up the atmosphere? Soak up the atmosphere? The hell is there to soak up? You must be really into this occult stuff if you get off on being in a place like this. Wait, you mean being somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way. No, don't turn this around on me. I'm not the weird one here. Cripes. Fine. Let's get this over with. Aye, aye, boss. I like him. He's fun. Got a bad feeling about this case, and my gut is rarely wrong. I knew this would be a treacherous case from the moment we were dragged into it. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna examine the surroundings. The former Yasuda Gardens here in Yokohama Ichome were originally built as part of a daimyo's estate back in the Edo period. The park became city property a number of years ago and underwent extensive renovations. There's not a soul around it at this time of night. Quiet doesn't even begin to describe it. Can we look at anything? Pond? This pond, they say it used to flow into the Sumida River, but the river became so polluted that they cut it off. Interesting. Shrimp-teresting. Junerio. A detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division. His rank is sergeant. This is his first time leading a case. It's like he's graduated from rookie to newbie. He looks put together on the outside, but acts like a kid most of the time. Honestly, the force could use more people like him. Yeah, most of those people don't become cops. About the case. So, early in the morning yesterday, A staff member found the victim collapsed here in the park and called the police when they realized he was dead. While there were no obvious external wounds, the fact that he was a police officer and evidence of a struggle means it's likely that this was a murder. The Sumida office sent it over to us since it involved the death of an officer, and we were tasked with the investigation. What we need to do is figure out what happened and whether there was foul play involved. I think that about sums things up. About the case. But, boss? Yeah? Is this case really important enough to assign to someone from the investigation division? I mean, a friend of mine died, so it's important to me, but it's all up to the higher-ups. I'm sure they got their reasons. Boss, you know something, don't you? It'll all become clear in time. Try not to worry about it too much. Thinking about it, the only thing we know for sure is the identity of the victim. That means there must have been something special about him, right? Maybe he knew something he wasn't supposed to. Some kind of secret or something. Isn't that right? Pretty sharp sometimes, you know that? If you picked up on that, you should be able to put the rest together yourself. Dang, okay. Well, it is our duty to get to the bottom of a suspicious death. Especially one involving an officer. Okay, about the victim. The victim is Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau. 27 years old, single. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles and education. His rank was Senior Police Officer. You knew him well, didn't you? What was he like? Yes, we were in the academy together. We still went out for drinks together every month or two. He could be a little rowdy, but he was like a big brother to us all. He was kind and cared about his friends. For better or worse, he wasn't the uptight type of cop. The man always showed empathy, and I heard he was popular with the locals for it. He treated each and every troubled kid he met with compassion. He had a great track record when it came to rehabilitation. Sounds like we lost a good one. Yes, we did. We truly did. I knew being a cop was dangerous. I knew something like this could happen, but it's never easy when it happens for real. I know the feeling. He didn't seem to care much about climbing the ranks, but he was at the top of our class. Only problem was that he took on so much. He had the most unfinished paperwork, too. I always felt we needed an unusual guy like him to help solve all our unusual cases. Okay, so we got the... He used to be a rebellious gang member, but he turned his life around and became a cop. Cool. Great. Love it. Don't worry. You're plenty unusual yourself. Me? I was the most normal of my classmates. Besides, the real weirdo among us quit the academy a long time ago. Among us? Sus? There was one even weirder than you? But the victim. Hajime was quite the bad boy in school, apparently. He ended up with police a lot. He said the officer in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. I know, everyone has that on this sprite. It's very cute. I want to see it on this old man though. I don't think he's done it yet. I need to see him do it. He said the officer in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward. Said it was the first time he ever took his studies seriously. That's a good story. Love that kind of thing. Makes me want to have a drink in his honor. Please don't make fun of my dead friend. Hey, I said in his honor. You should aspire to become the kind of cop people miss when they die in the field. You say that like it's a sure thing I'll die. Besides, if I end up biting it, I'm sure you'll be the one who misses me most, boss. Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale. Well, I guess how much I'll miss you depends on how this investigation goes. I can already see it. Eddie, oh no, why'd you have to go and get yourself killed? I have no idea what's going on in that head of yours. Yeah, that'll be a sight to see. I can't wait. You can't wait for your own death? Get it together, kid. Sheesh, you really are something. Thank you? Okay. We still got more of that. Let's exhaust all this dialogue. What about the victim's family? The Yoshimi family is from Kitasenju in Adachi City, but Hajime's parents died a long time ago. He lived there all alone, no siblings or anything. I went to his house a few times for drinks. I was surprised. It's this huge, old-looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seemed super haunted. And he lived there alone? It looked like the home of an old noble family. It was hard to imagine him being such a delinquent living in a house like that. There's that bias I was talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things were complicated. That's a bias too. He never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk, so I don't know much about it. Oh, one more thing. Yeah? Hajime was engaged. He'd been seeing his fiancée ever since they were in school. Over 10 years. They just started talking about getting married. What was her name again? He showed me a picture once. She was a beautiful woman. That's so. That's terrible for her. But she may know if there'd been anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her. Yeah, his fiancée may have been his only confidant. I'm sure someone at the Sumida Police Department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow. Okay. More? More. Hey, boss? I looked into the case that Hajime was running. Oh, great. That's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on the day he died? Well, according to his report from the day before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles. Uh-huh. The first was the suicide of a high school girl who jumped off a building in Kamezawa last week. Yeah, I did hear about that. Jeez. The girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Komagata High School. If you'd went in order, this would have been the first time you heard about it. But we'd already talked about that in the other one. But it seems as though Hajime had contact with her even before this incident. So she'd been trouble for some time. That's the thing. About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what. Must have been trouble at home. That's what he thought too. It seems he visited her home and spoke with her parents, but they said there was no problem, so there was nothing else he could do. And now she's dead. Oh, it's possible he could have prevented her suicide then. He must have been devastated. And that's why he was looking into this Michio Shiraishi again. He must have thought that something terrible had happened that drove her to end her life. But ultimately, he never reported the findings of his investigation. I see. And you're thinking that it may have had something to do with his death. I'll have to find out what it is Hajime discovered. Right. Let's check with the Sumida Police Department about that tomorrow, too. Okay, more talky talk. We still got more on that one? Jeez. And what was the other case he was working? This one is also related to a Komagata High student. A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seems to be the leader of a group of kids who get up to no good. Juvenile delinquency. Fun. She was pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault and battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months, and she was finally starting to open up. Then, he met with the girl the day he died. Well, every school's got its problems. But I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd get on without him. Right, just when she'd finally found an adult she could trust. She might act out without someone to help her get through this. I'll have to make sure the Sumida Community Safety Bureau does their job. But, we can't rule out the possibility that meeting with this delinquent girl had something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her too. Yes, you're right. She may have been the last person to see him alive after all. I'll ask Sumida to introduce us tomorrow. Though, who knows if they'll actually let us talk with her. That's what we hired you for. Lay a little boyish charm on them and see if they need convincing. Yeah, I'm sure they'd prefer me over a scary-looking old man like you, boss. Watch it, I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me, at least. Oh, I thought I was... You were? Shit, is that just how your generation speaks? You really are a new breed. It's probably just me, actually. Ah, well, don't think you can get away with that with other people. So, anyways, boss, were you even listening? we got a lot of banter here. Guys being dudes. Dudes rock. We got quite a bit to look into tomorrow. First, the 2 Komagata High School cases that Hajime was handling. And we need to speak with his fiancée as well. I believe that's it for tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. That's just details of his death. About the cause of death. As for the cause of death, we won't know until the autopsy is done. From what we've seen, though, it appeared to be some kind of acute heart failure. But since he had no record of chronic illness and no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved. Dying in the middle of the park like that, it certainly seems suspicious. We found signs of a struggle at the scene, as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. We've got people trying to identify those prints. If we can find who they belong to, we might be able to figure this whole thing out. Yes, wouldn't that be nice if that were the end of it? The only things Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallet in his pockets. So we can rule out a mugging, though there probably aren't many people who'd think to try mugging a cop as big as him. I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He started judo once he became an officer and rose up the ranks quickly. Sounds like the perp would have to have been pretty strong to take on Hajime. What's the cause of death? Time of death was around 11 p.m. 2 days ago. I cited the park's operating hours, of course. His body was found early in the morning yesterday. 11 p.m. the day before yesterday. What was Hajime doing out there at this time in the first place? That's the question, isn't it? The entrance to the park is closed after hours, but it's a small gate that'd be fairly easy for him to get through if he really wanted to. That would, of course, be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss? Someone called him here? He came here to hide something? Could it be either one of those? Could it be either? Someone called him here. It's hard to imagine a cop like Hajime would trespass for no reason. And since it seemed like someone else was here with him, could they have called him here? Oh, that does seem likely. They must have been talking about something pretty sensitive to come here in the middle of the night. So Hajime met someone here to discuss something in secret, and then they got into a fight. No, that wouldn't match the cause of death. There were no wounds on the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle. The perp must have planned something. Then you think it was meditated? That would mean they called Hajime to the park with the intent to kill him? Budading? I love how they use those little sound effects. Those are really fun. Well, there is still the possibility that it was just some kind of accident. Maybe the perp tried to threaten Hajime and things went south from there. We should be able to get a clearer picture once we know what happened, what exactly killed him. Right. Okay, about Susumi. But either way, I'm so glad you're back in the first division, boss. I've always admired your work. You were like a god to me. You were the whole reason I became a detective in the first place. Ah, yeah, about that. People have been saying that ever since you first entered the academy, but... Yes, that's because it's true. I couldn't believe you got transferred out of the first just as I was assigned to it. So getting to work a case like this now, just the two of us, is a dream come true. Happy as I am to hear that, well, how should I put it? What is it? If that's true, I'm not sure you've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect. Huh? But I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going senile, boss. That's exactly what I'm talking about, when you run your mouth like that. It's getting late. You must be sleepy. Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure we get out of here soon. Yeah, I get it. He's such a zoomer. We got zoomer cops now. It's gotten dire out here. I've been wowed by your shrewd detecting abilities all day today. Oh, really? Funny, I've been wowed by you too. On the topic of family, what's yours like, boss? The hell is wrong with you? Prying into my personal life all of a sudden? It's just, I've never heard you talk about them or anything. Oh, are you single? Shut it, that's none of your business. Well, ever since I joined the force, I've been thinking. The department really pressures young officers to get married. Wonder why that is. You don't say anything like that, though. How should I know? I caved to the pressure myself and got married 20-some years ago. Huh? So then... God, you're relentless. She took our daughter and left 4 years ago. Thanks for reminding me. Oh, I'm sorry. Can't believe she'd give up a guy like you. I know, I love this, like, old-fashioned old man and, like, fruity young upstart. It's good. I was never home much. Too focused on work. I'd come home late only to get called right back out again. Plus, being a cop is dangerous work. I don't blame her for getting fed up with it all. How sad. Especially when you're out here putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out of the first? It was already too late by then. You better be careful, Ario. You say that, but there's not much I can do, is there? That's the nature of our job. There aren't many who can really understand it. Not unless they're involved with police work themselves, or related to someone who is. But wait, you have a daughter, boss? Really think I want to talk about her after all that? Have some sense. Come on, I promise I don't mean this the way it sounds, but how old is she? Jeez, you don't know when to quit, do you? At least try not to look so intrigued. She's a bit rough around the edges. I think most men are intimidated by her. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college. Wow, a college student. Men love an educated lady. Stop that. What kind of cop are you making baseless assumptions like that? She's living on her own though, huh? You must worry about her. Worry? I don't even know where she lives. Oh, so she hasn't told you. Probably because you know you'd follow her around everywhere. I would not, I don't think. Come on now, we both know that's not true. Listen here. You may look like a mean old man, but you sure have a soft side. What? Is that supposed to be a compliment? I can't keep up with you. We're done talking about this. Alright then. No, we still have dialogue to exhaust. Oh, that reminds me. If you got married 20 years ago, it must have been right around the Najima murder. You know your history. Yeah, that happened a year or two after our wedding. You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied that case at the academy. I was only in elementary school at the time, but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested. All that was just... cracking the case, finding the guy, it was all just happenstance. I'd really rather not think about it. It was a disturbing case. Did it not make your skin crawl when you learned about it at the academy? It did. We were all terrified. Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man have committed such a terrible murder. If we had overlooked one little thing, we may have never caught him at all. I think I remember hearing there was only one charge brought against him in the end. That's right. We didn't have the evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime could have been there first, but... we may have stuck Fumichika Najima in a cell, but it was no victory. He always had the upper hand. And all the damage he did to everyone involved, especially the victim's classmates. And it's already been 20 years, huh? God damn it. This is why I try not to think about it. I'm sorry. Okay, that's all for that one. About the occult. So, all this occult stuff, have you heard about it, boss? What are you talking about? This rite of resurrection thing that everyone's talking about. No, not you two. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere. Oh, you have? That's surprising. Who cares what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job. But don't you think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? This whole thing started right here in Honjo in Sumida City, so I thought that maybe... Cut it out. Nothing good can come of getting involved with that rite of whatever or the record of fates. Sounds like you know all about it. Boss, are you secretly into the occult? Stop that. Seriously, this isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the Rite of Resurrection after a buddy of yours died, but... bringing the dead back to life, that's the stuff of fantasy. It's not real. So don't go hoping for miracles. Got it? Okay, that's it. Scene? This is where the victim was found. Well, it's clean now. It almost feels like it feels like nothing here happened here at all. But once an incident like this has come to pass, there's no going back. Not that knowing is any consolation. Well, boss, I think that about does it. Right, let's call it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Ah! Oh god, what is that? He found some occult stuff during that murder case? Yeah, probably. Ah! Huh? Boss? What's wrong? Don't tell me you're growing senile. Oh my gosh, he's a curse bearer too? Boss? What is it? Is there something over there? Ah! Such deep sorrow. A resentful memory is flowing into my mind. Oh! Kill them. Kill them! Those who spread lies. Kill them all! I can use this to kill people who intentionally try to mislead you? I gotta focus. I'm shifting into old man mode. You get a curse and you get a curse. Oh gosh. He deceived us with his so-called rite of resurrection. The man who tricked the people with his false dark arts swings from a rope. They thought the man had escaped the previous night, but oddly enough he was found hanging in the garden of the daimyo's mansion that morning. The man, a local named Jinkichi, was known for his kind temperament and skill in crafting netsuke clasps. While his life wasn't always easy, he was optimistic, the type to smile through whatever life threw at him. He was the kind of man who would take care of those who didn't have anyone else to rely on. The prosperity that the ukiyo-e boom brought must have been what fanned the flames of his greed. The old craftsman was found in a miserable state, as if sentenced to some cruel fate. Perhaps he'd ended his own life, unable to bear the weight of his crime. But dead men tell no tales. The people thought of him as a bad man even in death. He hung there for days, till his neck stretched horrifically, a visage of pain still etched on his face. It was clear he must have struggled greatly as he died, his flesh marked with dark scars where the rope wrapped around his whole body. The beech tree's leaves do not fall, and neither did the man's body hanging from it, as the mansion's owner was not at home. Another unfortunate event. The people held their tongues, fearing divine punishment, but the rumors persisted nonetheless. Bro. Ugh. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Bro. Now. Kill! Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Kill! Boss! Boss! I'm gonna go ahead and plug in my controller because it's gonna keep beeping at me if I don't do anything. Give me a moment. Boop. Oh, does it work if I do it like this? No, it doesn't work. Boss, wake up! You messed up big time. Anyway. Yeah. Repeat this one. Wow. Gosh. Oh no! Shoot! Wait, hang on. I messed up. I did the wrong one. Sorry, bear with me. I unplugged the wrong cable and I messed everything up. Okay, that works. Okay, that works. My controller is plugged in. I just have to... This wire is a little bit tangled. Give me a moment to carefully unweave it here. Okay, that should be good. Yeah. Sorry about that. Boss, what's the matter? Don't tell me you really went senile. I don't know why it's not working. It's literally, it's paired, but it's not working. It's showing player 1, but it's not doing anything. You can't use this while it's you can't use this while it's plugged in? Bruh. Please say psych. I actually kind of hate this 8-bit 2 controller. It never pairs properly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to just deal for now. Unfortunately. Okay. Whatever. Boss, what's the matter? Don't tell me you really went senile. Sorry, I'm fine. Erio. Yes? I have some bad news. Oh no, your senility is kicking in, isn't it? No, we've got a bit of trouble on our hands. Looks like we'll be working some overtime. We're not going home tonight. Huh? What are you talking about? Okay. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna call it for tonight. That's actually 3 hours. I was planning on going about 3 hours tonight. We made a lot of progress though. Check this out. We only had this top part before, and now we have all this stuff down here. So we got a lot of progress that we made. I'm gonna make a new slot, but yeah. That's a good amount of progress. Yeah, we're smashing. Positively smashing. Yeah. Positively smashing. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. We'll definitely be coming back to this, and there's quite a bit more goodies to enjoy very, very soon. Comfy Anti-Monday scary stream. This was exquisite. Aw, I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. Thank you for the kind comment. I really appreciate it. My voice is like, I've been using my voice so much. Oh, thank you, Josh. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Arrow. Thank you all. This has been fun. I will definitely get back to this very, very soon. Yeah. It feels like a good early week stream. I don't know. It's like the Monday scaries, like you said. Drink some water or a nice hot tea. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. I've been drinking hot Diet Coke, but I'm thinking that's probably not helping me. I bring this on myself. I need to be better about that. I usually drink water, but yeah. I love a good room temperature water. That's one thing about me. Oh, okay. So yeah. We'll come back to this. On Wednesday, I kind of left it open on Wednesday. We might just do chillin'. No, not hot Diet Coke. Just wait, did I say that? I didn't mean that. I mean a nice chilled Diet Coke. I do like some room temperature water though. I don't really like chilled water, but I do like chilled Diet Coke. I don't know. It's one of those things. Hot Diet Coke, new banger drink. You know, that's not so far. They used to actually... Hang on, maybe I can find it here. That actually was a thing at one point. Not Coke, but Dr. Pepper. Here, I'll show you. This right here. Happy holiday idea. Special offer, 4 distinctive hot Dr. Pepper cups. Bright as a holiday songfest, warm and wonderful as a crackling fire. It's hot Dr. Pepper, a festive way to welcome friends and guests. Just heat Dr. Pepper, or if you're a calorie counter, diet Dr. Pepper in a saucepan until steaming hot. Then pour over thin slices of lemon in your favorite cups. It's the happiest holiday idea yet. Drop a little whipped cream. Yeah, maybe that could work. I think you have an idea there. I think you have a little idea there. Yep. I'm in the void. Hang on. I'm in the void. You want to try that? Wait, hang on. This is like an article about it. I tried this hot Dr. Pepper recipe from the 1960s. Okay, this person didn't like it. Apparently it had a very strong chemical aftertaste. But if you try it, I would definitely like to know what you think, Daisy. Yeah. Alright, that's gonna be all for me tonight. Expect you to share a scientific peer-reviewed article from JSTOR about it. I don't have JSTOR access at this time, unfortunately. I wish I still did. So cool, so cool. All right, I will see you on Wednesday for a chill stream. We're gonna have another chill stream on Wednesday. It's gonna be fun, and we'll have some fun. And then there's also Spirit of Justice coming up later this week, and Metroid Prime 2. So yeah, please look forward to that. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you next time. Thank you for hanging out. Bye. Good night. Have a good rest of your week. I hope the week treats you well. Good night, Hazel. Okay. Bye. Good night. Thank you.